Hello, welcome back to one more session of Learning English with the Beatles. And today we are going to start with a new record, the Beatles Volume 2. And let me show you, let's look for this record to begin and show you the Beatles. Mexico. This is the one, okay? This is the record that we saw, that we received in Mexico. And we are going to begin with Al Compás de Beethoven. That we are going to see that the title of the song is not that accurate. So let's begin with the story of the song. Very well. Roll Over Beethoven is a 1956 hit song written by Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry was an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist who pioneered rock and roll, nicknamed the father of rock and roll. Originally released on Chess Records, single with Drifting Heart as the B-side. The lyrics of the song mention rock and roll and the desire of the rhythm and blues to replace classical music. The title of the song is an imperative directed at the composer Ludwig van Beethoven to roll over out of the way and make room for the rock and roll music that Berry was promoting. So you see that Al Compás de Beethoven, nothing to do. It was really like, pírale Beethoven, llégale Beethoven, muévete Beethoven, okay, roll over Beethoven. And the song was covered by many other artists, including the Beatles and the Electric Light Orchestra. The Rolling Stone magazine ranked it number 97 on its list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Inspiration. According to Rolling Stone and Q and Code Coda of World Music, Berry wrote the song in response to his sister Lucy, always using the family piano to play classical music. When Berry wanted to play popular music, it was, as biographer Bruce Peck says, inspired in part by the rivalry between his sister Lucy's classical music training and Berry's own self-taught rough and ready music preference. The lyric "roll over Beethoven and tell Tchaikovsky the news" refers to how classical composers would roll over in their graves. Yeah, turn in one's grave is an idiom to describe an extreme level of shock or an intense level of surprise, and is expressed as the vicarious sentiment of a deceased person. It's just like the expression that we have, revolcarse en su tumba, okay? Revolcarse en la tumba, that's the idea. It's symbolical, of course, and it's more related to what we have here when they say an intense level of surprise and expressed as the vicarious sentiment of a deceased person. Okay, very well. And then we have, in addition to the classical composer Ludwig van Beethoven and Tchaikovsky, the lyrics mention or allude to several popular artists. Early in the Morning is the title of a Louis Jordan song. Blue Suede Shoes refers to the Carl Perkins song Hey Diddle Diddle from the nursery rhyme The Cat and the Fiddle. Is an indirect reference to the chess recording artist Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan was an American singer, guitarist, songwriter, and music producer who played a key role in the transition from the blues to rock and roll. Okay, and also the lyrics mention rocking and rolling. The music that the classics are supposed to step aside for is referred to as rhythm and blues. The lyric "A Shop of Rhythm and Blues" was appropriated as the title of the song, recorded by Arthur Alexander. Okay, the song was recorded at Universal Recording Corporation Chicago, Illinois. Chuck Berry, vocals and guitar. Johnny Johnson on piano. Willie Dixon on bass, and Fred Bellow on drums. And the cover versions, okay? Roll Over Beethoven is one of the most widely covered songs in popular music, a staple of rock and roll bands, according to Coda, with notable versions by Jerry Lee Lewis and Linda Gay Lewis, the Beatles, Carl Perkins, and Electric Light Orchestra. I am curious about this expression, so let's ask Google Translate to help us. A staple, okay. A staple is a basic element, okay? A staple of rock and roll and bands. Now, being more curious, let's go to word reference and look for a staple. A short piece of wire, okay, no, to fasten my staple. A principal raw material or product grown or manufacturing, okay, like raw material, materia prima, yeah, okay, that could be the idea. Okay, very well. Then we've got with the lyrics, no, not yet. The Beatles. Roll Over Beethoven was a favorite of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and George Harrison, even before they chose the Beatles as their name, and they continued to perform it right into their American tours in 1964. Their version of Roll Over Beethoven was recorded on July 30, 1963, for their second British LP with the Beatles. The second with the Beatles in the United Kingdom, okay? And features Harrison on vocals and guitar. In the United States, it was released April 10, 1964, as the opening track of the Beatles' second album, okay? And also in Mexico, it was the second album. And on May 11, 1964, as the opening track of the second Capitol EP, 4 by the Beatles. Okay, 4 by the Beatles. It was released by Capitol in Canada with Please Mr. Postman as the B-side, reaching number 2 on the CHOM charts. And more information, okay. In 1984, the Beatles released a live version of Roll Over Beethoven on Live the BBC. Okay, we are going to listen to it. Personnel: George Harrison, double track, vocals, lead guitar, hand claps. John Lennon, rhythm guitar, hand claps. Paul McCartney, bass, hand claps. Ringo Starr, drums, hand claps. You know that hand claps? They use the word frequently used in their interpretations. And then we have something about the Electric Light Orchestra, but we are going to the lyrics. Roll Over Beethoven, okay? And we're gonna write a little record, gonna mail it to the local DJ. Vamos a escribir una pequeña carta, una cartita, y la vamos a enviar por correo al DJ local, al DJ local. It's a rocking little record. Es un disquito de rock and roll. I want my jockey to play. Quiero que toque mi jockey. Roll Over Beethoven, gotta hit it again today. Roll Over Beethoven, muévete Beethoven, o revuélcate Beethoven, enójate Beethoven. Gotta hit it again today. Va a ser un hit otra vez ahora. You know my temperature's rising. Sabes que mi temperatura está subiendo. And the jukebox blows a fuse. Y la rocola funde un fusible. My heart's beating rhythm. Mi corazón está latiendo rítmicamente. And my soul keeps us singing the blues. Y mi alma se mantiene cantando el blues. Roll Over Beethoven, muévete Beethoven. Y dile a Tchaikovsky the news. And tell Tchaikovsky the news. I got a rocky pneumonia. Tengo una neumonía rock and rollera. I need a shot of rhythm and blues. Necesito un trago o un poco de un toque de rhythm and blues. I think I caught it, arthritis. Creo que ya me contagié de artritis. Sitting down by the rhythm review. Sentado por el ritmo. Let's see this note. I am curious about this. I am curious about this means that I don't know exactly the meaning. So we go to Google Translate and we ask Google. Sitting, sentarse junto a la revista rítmica, review, okay? That's our magazine. Let's ask word reference for review. Review, here it is. And we have a form of theatrical entertainment which recent events popular are made fun of. Any entertainment featuring skits, dancings, and songs. Revista, yeah, I have heard that soon. For revista, like el teatro de revista, you see? Performances, representations. Okay, very well. And rollover Beethoven, rocking in 2x2, rock and rollando de dos en dos. Well, if you feel it and like it, si tú lo sientes y te gusta, well, get your lover and reel and rock it. Ve por tu amante o tu amada o tu amado, and reel and rock it es como rock and rollear. Reel is, that's very similar to roll. Let's ask Google. Trifle further. Oh. Here we are. And Google says, trifle más allá y a real rocket. Okay, we don't have a proper translation, so let's look for trifle. Trifle, something of very little value, a small amount of anything that's moving, a dessert of cake, no. To deal without seriousness or respect, to play with by handling or fingering. He's at a trifling with a pen, okay? A trifle, let's say, if we ask Google about this. Tamborileando, maybe. Se sentó jugando con un bolígrafo. Like that, okay? You're like tamborileando, I would say. And the other was reel and rocket. Reel. A rounded object, an amount of something, a spool of soil. To wind on a reel, to pull by winding a line on a reel. Reel up to say. Okay, let's look for synonyms. English synonyms. A spool, bobbing, windlass, spindle, wheel, down a strip, roll of film, barrel, cylinder, rondel. Synonyms: as a bird, sway, stagger, lurch, wave, feel dizzy, feel giddy, bob, waver, flounder, walk, totter, stumble, current, pitch, roll. Okay, so that's what we have. Roll, in the sense of rock and roll. So roll over Beethoven. Revuélcate en tu tumba, Beethoven. I'm rocking in 2x2. Estoy rock and rollando, estamos reconrollando de dos en dos. Well, early in the morning, temprano en la mañana, I am giving you the warning. Te estoy dando la advertencia. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. No te pares sobre mis zapatos de ante azul. Hey, diddle, diddle. That's diddle, diddle. I'm playing my fiddle. Fiddle, it's a word that we use for violin. But let's see the complete idea in Google Translate. And what we have is, hey, diddle, diddle. Estoy tocando mi violín. Hey, diddle, diddle. Possibly, we don't have a meaning for diddle, diddle. Diddles, diddles. Diddles, diddles, conjugate personal. No. Okay, so it's just a sound. Like tilingo-lingo. Ain't got nothing to lose, no tengo nada que perder, roll over Beethoven ante el Tchaikovsky de news. Muévete Beethoven, y dile a Tchaikovsky las nuevas. You know she winks like a glowworm. Tú sabes que ella pestañea like a glowworm. I think glowworm, un gusano luminoso, must be a luciérnaga. But let's ask Google Translate. You know, ya sabes, ella guiña un ojo, wink. This is wink. como un gusano de resplandor, glowworm. Let's ask the dictionary. And here it is. Glowworm with a hyphen. A European beetle, Lampiris noctiluca, the females and larvae of which bear luminescent organs producing a greenish light, family Lampiridae. And let's take a look to an image. Okay, here it is. Very well. And dance like a spinning top. Let's see what is. She's got a crazy partner. Okay, let's see a spinning top. It sounds like pedinola or pirinola. Oh, excuse me, not here. I'm going to translate. Peonza. Well, you know what a peonza is? Un trompo. That's peonza, okay. Okay, you see, this is a peonza. Okay. Very well. Un trompo or os. She's got a crazy partner. Ella tiene una pareja loca, un compañero loco. Ahora see him reel and rock. Deberían de verlo rock and rollear. As long as she got a dime. Mientras él tenga a dime is that's money. Okay, we're talking about money. Let's see what it's a dime. If I should have a dime, the dime. Google Translate to make it faster and easier. Dime. Moneda de 10 centavos. You see, 10 cents coin. A 10 cents coin. If we ask Google, excuse me, by Word Reference Dictionary, we are going to find that a dime is exactly $10, a 10-year prison sentence, a coin of the US and Canada worth 10 cents. A dime, okay. And she's got a crazy partner, okay. And as long as she got a dime. Remember that we are talking, it was mentioned before, the jukebox. The jukebox, okay, and the jukebox requires money. Let's take a look to a jukebox. Yeah, this is a jukebox, okay, and then you need coins to listen to your favorite music. In Mexico, rocolas, okay, the jukebox. Okay, and then that's why a dime is necessary. And where are we? You know, she wins like a glowworm, dance like a spinning top. She's got a crazy partner. Ahora see him reel and rock. As long as she got time, the music will never stop. Mientras tenga una moneda de 10 centavos, la música no se detendrá. Well, roll over Beethoven, yeah, roll over Beethoven, roll over Beethoven, roll over Beethoven, roll over Beethoven. Dig to this rhythm and blues. I don't know this, dig. Let's check, dig to this rhythm and blues. Enterrar. I don't think so. Let's see. Sumérgete en estos ritmos y blues. El teléfono. Sí. ¿Qué tiene? ¿Por qué tiene rayas? Sí, no. ¿Cuándo? Hoy. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, sorry for the interruption. We continue with this. So, dig to this rhythm and blues. Sumérgete en estos ritmos. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because they are telling to roll over Beethoven. Dig to this rhythm and blues. Muévete, Beethoven, yeah. Stop the classical music and go to this rhythm and blues. Okay, very well. That's interesting. Very well. Thank you very much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed this session. Oh, no, not yet. Let's go to the learning English with the Beatles, okay? So what can we have here? Okay, we're gonna contraction for going to. and then identify the verbs that you can practice. Write, mail, want, know, blows, blow, bit, hip. The contraction for I have, I've got. I need, think, catch, cut, sit, feel, get, roll, trifle, even trifle or trifle. We're going to check the pronunciation. Let's check the pronunciation for trifle or trifle. Trifle.
Trifle.
Trifle is the pronunciation. Okay, and then we have give, step, play, get, got, tell, wink, dance, stop. So we have a lot of verbs to practice in these ones. And what else? Well, basically, yeah. And just consider roll over Beethoven. This is imperative. Imperative. Roll over Beethoven. Muévete Beethoven. And that's it. Now, very well. So thank you very much for being here. Enjoy the evening. And remember my invitation to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Learning English with the Beatles is fun. Sing along. Bye-bye. So long. See you later.